To the SEC suing crypto exchange Coinbase in New York federal court, the agency alleging that Coinbase was operated as an unregistered exchange and brokerage.
What does this mean for crypto prices overall? Do you think that it's spooking some investors away?
Hello and welcome back to my channel. The main question these days is, how will the SEC action against Binance US and Coinbase affect the crypto market in the United States? Can the US provide regulatory clarity, or are we falling behind other countries? In today's video, Brian Armstrong has shared his viewpoint on SEC's recent actions and its impact on crypto prices. He's also shared his insights and challenges of the crypto market in the US. To know more details, stay tuned until the end of the video. And if you want to stay up to date with the latest crypto insights, the markets, and the economy, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. Okay, are you ready? Let's dive into it.
We were disappointed to see this complaint from the SEC because I feel like we've had a long history of being very transparent with them and really every regulator around the world that we've worked with. So even going back to 2021 when we became a public company, before becoming a public company, you have to disclose everything about your business in depth. There was many back and forth revisions of our S1. And frankly, they had all the knowledge then, and they allowed us to become a public company. And then we're going through time, and Chair Gensler has statements to Congress saying that he doesn't feel he has the authority to regulate this industry. And we're seeing conflicting statements from the CFTC and the SEC chair. And we even filed a formal petition with the SEC asking them for clarity about a number of points in the law, which they never responded to. And then this Wells notice and a complaint arrives. And so this isn't good for America. It's not good for the industry, obviously. And we now need to go get clarity from the courts. They allowed us to become a public company understanding the S1, right? And so I feel like that's our moment to be totally transparent with them, show them everything about our business and how it operates. And so it's not great to have a regulator sort of come back later and say, actually, we changed our mind. We met with the SEC 30 times in the last year. They never gave us a single piece of feedback about what we could be doing better. We just got silence. And when we asked them, how would you like us to register? We have this dormant broker-dealer license. Could we activate that? We really got silence. And so it's not appropriate for the regulator to come back and do an enforcement action if we don't have a clear rule book and clear guidance.
Brian highlighted that when his company Coinbase went public in 2021, they had to disclose everything about their business to the SEC. But lately, they've seen mixed messages from different regulators. Chair Gensler has admitted that he's not sure how to regulate our industry in his speeches to Congress. He also said that we also asked the SEC for some legal clarity on some issues, but they never answered us. This lack of clarity and the sudden lawsuit are bad for America and for our industry.
Our centralized exchange is really trading a much smaller number of assets. We've reviewed, over 1,000 assets in crypto. We rejected 90% of them because we felt they weren't appropriate for our exchange, and about 200 of them are listed on our centralized product. And I don't know, to his point about what's the there, people are using crypto for all kinds of things. They're not just trading, and they're doing payments with it. Ukraine raised $200 million, and presidential candidates are taking it, and it's a new technology that can be used to update all kinds of financial services, and we don't need the government picking and choosing our technology winners. Let's let the market decide that. If you're trading commodities, that doesn't necessarily apply, right? We have actually gone out there and acquired a broker-dealer license because we wanted the ability to trade crypto securities. There's actually, I think there could be a big, robust market of crypto securities trading in the U.S., even though we don't list any securities today. And by the way, I think you're right. The regulator does have the right to come, edit their thinking at times and come back and say, here's a new set of rules, and great, we'd be happy to follow those. The issue in this case is that we're getting conflicting statements from the CFTC head and the SEC head, and then the statements from the SEC are so, such an outlier. They're saying everything other than Bitcoin is a security. Well, that's not our interpretation of the law. That's not what the law says. And that's not what the position of every other country around the world, their financial regulators, is taking. And so I don't think we really had a choice, honestly. We had to go to court to really see if otherwise this industry is just not going to exist in the United States.
Brian Armstrong explains how in Coinbase they only list crypto assets that pass a rigorous review process. They don't want to offer anything that's low quality or risky to the customers. They've looked at over 1,000 crypto assets and turned down 90% of them. He also highlighted that Coinbase thinks the best way to find out which crypto technologies work and which don't is to let the market decide, not the government. Crypto is a technology that has the power to revolutionize the entire financial services landscape. He believes that there's a huge opportunity for a booming market in crypto securities in the US, even though they don't have any securities in their exchange right now. The problem arises when companies get conflicting statements from the heads of the CFTC and the SEC. Can the US get clarity and consistency? Is the US falling behind other countries in embracing crypto and Web3 as the future of finance and technology? Let's get into our next clip to hear more regarding this matter. And of course, be sure to like and share.
Why has the relationship with Chair Gensler been difficult?
You know, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on his motives or anything like that. But you know, when he first came into the role, I made an effort to kind of fly out there and go meet with him. I don't know why the schedules wouldn't align. We made several attempts. We eventually did get to meet, but only virtually. Have you
ever had a one-on-one meeting in person with him?
I've never been able to meet with him in person, which is rare.
What is sort of Brian Armstrong's dream regulatory structure for crypto?
Well, so the first one is we just need to get some clarity about the market structure and how, you know, the CFTC and the SEC are both going to regulate this industry. What are the boundaries? I think we also need to just bring in some basic consumer protections. It's actually not rocket science. This is just applying some of these really basic common sense ideas to the industry. And then once we have that legislation in place, I think we'll start to see some of the entrepreneurs who've left the US come back and say, okay, I feel that we're not just going to be attacked randomly or have incredibly high legal bills at any given moment, and we can actually build a business here in the US again.
Imagine you're in a room with two people who both claim to be your boss. They give you conflicting instructions and expect you to follow them. How would you feel? Confused? Frustrated? Stuck? That's how many crypto and Web3 enthusiasts feel in the US right now. In the US, there are two regulators who are supposed to oversee crypto, the CFTC and the SEC, and they don't agree with each other. Other countries, like the UK, have one regulator for both securities and commodities, but in the US, it's a major problem that affects innovation and growth. The US needs regulatory clarity. Otherwise, the US is falling behind other countries that are embracing crypto and Web3 as the future of finance and technology. Places like the UK, Singapore, Hong Kong, and the UAE are creating clear and friendly rules for crypto and Web3 businesses and users. What does the future of the crypto market look like in the US? Can we get regulation clarity? How will Bitcoin prices be affected post-SEC actions against Binance and Coinbase? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates on crypto and the economy. Also, be sure to give a big thumbs up to this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.